Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Supergirl! Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll see a link you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. There's also going to be one with color, but for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and have some fun. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt a flying pose. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a flying pose. And so to do that, I'm kind of looking at it at an angle. I can't turn this sideways. I'm not like you. I can't turn my paper. So I have to, it's taped to the table. So I make sure that I have it in the right position for the camera. So I have to guess at what it's going to be like in the right position. It doesn't look too bad. I think I got it. Let's see. Okay, all right. And so bear with me while no bears around here. Stick with me as I try to make this work and give us a cool flying pose. Because it's Supergirl, right? You gotta see her flying. Okay. Oops, got a little too thick there. I'm gonna erase a lot of this towards the end because I want the Sharpies to stand out more than the pencil lines. And so it's going to be better if I erase a lot of this and work with Sharpie only. So I gotta not worry too much about detail as much as I do the positioning, because yeah, I think that's going to work. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm concentrating on my drawing because if the positioning doesn't work out, what's the point, right? And that's why the sketching is done over and over again, just to try to get the look right, and then I can worry about the detail. Okay, here's her skirt. I don't know why she still has a skirt. Like, you know, beyond the fact of that's initially how they drew her, you know, back in the 50s, you know what I mean? A long time ago. So, you know, I'll still draw it. That's how the character is. But, you know, I think it's time for a costume change, right? Okay, and so I kind of have her with her knee a little bent. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Let's see. See if I can make this work. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's looking real good. Okay, I just got to remember a few tiny details. So I'm kind of drawing the Supergirl series. Oh my gosh, what's her name? I feel horrible. I completely forgot her name. So yeah, so I'm drawing that style of costume. So she's got the little glove, like her shirt goes over like this, and that's kind of what I'm drawing. So that's why I'm adding that little detail. I feel so bad I forgot her name, and I'm not going to add it in and try to cover my mistakes, because that's another part of this, is that we're going to own our mistakes and live with them, because you know what, it's no big deal. Everybody makes them, and sometimes we concentrate on them too much, and we beat ourselves up too much, when these are things that happen to everybody, you know. So we're not going to worry about that. And so, ooh, this is real tricky. I'm having to draw at an angle. Again, I can't turn it to so I can see better. So I'm really just having to cross my fingers that this is working out. Okay. All right. This is not bad. This is not bad. And I'm not saying that to you know, pat myself on the back, which you should. I mean, I guess I can. There's no harm in being proud of what I do. I mean, you should always love what you do, right? Or why are you doing it? Unless it's cutting the grass. You know, sometimes you just got to do it, and you know, your parents say, go cut the grass. It's got to be cut. So, okay, sorry, I'm on a tangent here. All right, so I need to finish up this arm. So let's see what I got here. Let's see. I'm gonna have this arm up like this. Let's see if I can get this anatomy right, because I don't want to make her too muscular. I mean, she's okay. So I'm gonna go on a tangent here. So I get it. She's Supergirl and he's Superman. I understand that. But the thing is, they get their power from the sun, not from the muscles. So they don't have to be super bulky, beefy, strong, you know? It's about the strength that they get that is magnified over, again, I'm getting super nerdy here, over their muscles as opposed to like a regular human. So I don't think they also always need to be like super Arnold Schwarzenegger strong, you know, like super huge Mr. Atlas muscles. So what I was trying to get at here is I know she's going to be strong, and I know she should be strong. She's a powerful, independent woman, but they don't need to be. You know, they've got their own power with their smarts and by the power of their sun. Okay, I think I can live with that. It's not the best in the world. It could be a little higher here, a little lower there. But that's what racing's for, and that's what sketching is for. Okay. I like that. That's much better. I think I hit it. I hit it right there. That's the one. That's the one. That is the one. I found it. I found it. Okay, so I'm going to erase some of this just because I want the Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil lines. And I can see what I did. I know what I did. And I can redo it. Muscle memory, right? That's why you practice over and over and over and over again, so you can do it again. Simple as pie. Pie's not that simple. I can't cook a pie. Can you cook a pie? I love pie. Okay, so it's light enough that I can get started. It's got its own ghost, and I made my own ghost with my special computer. And I can get started with the Sharpie. So let's introduce, or let's say hi to everybody that just skipped to the Sharpie portion. All right, so here we go. Hello, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. This is where we're going to be using the Sharpie Fine Point and the Sharpie Pen. Mostly the Fine Point, but the pen's going to be there for the fine details that are too tiny for the Fine Point. So, I'm going to get started with the face, and bear with me here because I'm drawing her flying off at an angle. So, I got to see if I can do this. My paper is taped down, so I can't just turn it so that face is facing straight to me. So, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to do the top brow like that, eyelid, top eyelid like that, just to see if I got them in the right place. And I think I do from the way that I've got her head. So let's just keep going. I'm going to draw the iris like that. And I'm going to draw just a little bit of the pupil, just a hair. And I can't go too crazy with the details because these Sharpies will bleed so much into this paper. I'm just using regular Sharpies like you would find at the grocery store or Michael's or a grocery store. I shouldn't be pushing anything specifically. But this is just regular photocopy paper. It's big, it's tabloid, 11 by 17, but it's stuff you can find around the house. That's great, but that's also bad in that it bleeds. It's not good, but I'm gonna make it work because I wanted you to be able to do this too with your stuff that you got lying around the house. So for the bottom of the eye, I'm not gonna draw all the way across. If you do that with a pencil, go for it. But again, these will bleed. So I'm just gonna kind of come back in just a hair like that, just to imply the angle it's going at. So see what I'm saying? The bottom of the iris is implying the bottom of the eyelid. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. And then, like I just started right there, is I'm gonna draw a little bit of makeup. So kind of like a cat eye, even though she doesn't have cat eyes. That's the best way, it's the easiest way for me to imply it's a woman's eye with beautiful makeup. Okay? Not everybody needs makeup, but it's easy for me to trick you into thinking that with those kind of little details. Okay? So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to do her brow. Something like that. Do another one over here like this. Okay, I like where that's going, so I'm going to keep going with it. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of the nose. I'm going to do a little bit of the bridge like this, just to kind of imply that that's where it's going down. And then for the nose, all I can really do is a little bit of some nostrils, like this. So again, kind of imply the nose, like that. Because again, it's going to start to bleed the more I add to it. So it's a little bit off. I can already see that I'm at a different angle. So I'm going to see if I can fix that real quick. And just leave it at that. I'm going to stop right there. Maybe a little bit of the bulb of the nose, like that, and walk away. Because I'm already starting to fall off to the side. I can see it. So I'm going to see if I can fix this. So I'm going to draw the mouth, something like that. Oh, look at that. My Sharpie is bending. That's what's messing me up. It's time to switch out. So I guess the top lip's going to be black or colored in already. So I'm going to come in here and do the bottom lip like that. And I'm going to have to live with that, okay? So this is what I was talking about before, how we're going to live with our mistakes. That's what I did. That's where we're going to go. So I'm going to do the bottom of the jaw like this. I'm going to thicken it up because I'm going to start to get ready for the other Sharpie, which is super thick. So I'm going to draw the bottom of the jaw like this, and then come up to the side of the face like this. And again, thicken it up a little. And I'm stopping there because that's where the hair is going to start to hit. So I know what I've got planned, is basically what I'm trying to say. But also I'm getting ready for the big Sharpie like I was talking about before. All right, I can live with that. I like that. So I'm going to draw a little bit of the hair, but not all the strands. I want to draw. That's such a fun thing to do, is draw all the strands, but I can't because we're not doing that right now. We don't have time. Okay? All right. All right, and I'm going to try to draw, now that I think of it too, I got to remember that the arm is going right there. So I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to start working on the body, and then I can build the hair off of that, okay? So pardon me for skipping, but I have to make sure that I leave room for the other parts that are in front of the hair, like the arm. Okay, so we're going to draw her neck down like this. And I'm going to draw the collar of her shirt, which is going to kind of come into the cape like this. Just add a few little details like that just to make it come alive. And so this part is going to be bent up because of the way her arm is. So I'm going to draw a little bit of that, and then I'm going to draw the shoulder like that. It's just in front of it, okay? So here's the other part of her arm going in like this. And the way the muscles are, her muscle comes in like that a little bit, but I don't want to go too far. I just want to do that. That's it. Just very subtle, very light, because I don't want to go too crazy with these big Sharpies. So look, it's already starting to bleed right there, so that's why I have to be careful. You know what? Look where we are. No, I'm going to keep going. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to jump around too much. So, okay, so I'm going to draw her forearm like this into her wrist, and then it's going to go into her hand right there. So I'm going to do the other side real fast, down to her belt. So bear with me. I'm going to draw her forearm to her elbow to the back of her arm, a little bit of a muscle there. Come in like that. Draw the back of the muscle to her rib cage, to her side, that's where her belt's going to be. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and stop right there. And I do have a couple of jaunty little jumps that I'm going to smooth out like that. Okay, so let's work on her hand here. So I got her hand in a fist, real simple fist. We're just going to draw back like that to her pinky, which is all bent in like that. The next ring finger like this. And I'm going to draw her thumb now while I can, because it's in front of the other fingers, which are pretty much like that. And so I'm going to come back in with the detail just a little bit to do what I was talking about, how she's got the shirt going over like that. And so it kind of goes like around and right there. So that's kind of why I just wanted to put that in real fast. And since I'm here, I'll just go ahead and do that just to separate where her wrist is, okay? So now that I've got this done, let's do a little bit more of that hair like I was talking about, now that we can, okay? So I'm just going to do just a little bit like this, not too much. Like I said, again, not going too crazy, even though I want to. I want to draw a whole bunch of it. I'm just gonna define just a little bit and thicken up that outer edge, because I'm gonna do more with color more than anything. So I'm just going to play around with a few little strands like that and thicken up where it gets darker right there. Okay, so it's blonde. I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to draw a whole bunch. Again, I'm going to quantify that with, I do want to draw a whole bunch. I really do, but I shouldn't, because I want color to take care of it. Okay, so I'm gonna do something like this, play with a few strands, and let's see. Okay, and that's all we really need to do. I don't want to go too crazy, and before it gets out of control, and all of a sudden I'm over here drawing every single strand. Okay, I'm stopping right there. I'm walking away because I'm really happy with it, and I don't want to go crazy. Okay, so let's draw her Superman S or Supergirl S while I can, and I'm just going to eyeball this. I should be doing this with color, I'll be honest with you, but I also want to do it like this just to accent her breasts. Now, I'm saying it like that because it's a part of the human anatomy, and everybody has them. I'm sorry, I'm just going to sketch this S in because I realized I didn't do that. And it's you know, I hate to be to bring it up, but it's part of the S, and because of the weight of her body, if it was on her leg, it would be curved around there too. This is on her breast, so it's curved around her breast. So that's why it's a little bumpy like that. So don't be embarrassed. Just, you know, draw what works for you, okay? All right, so I sketched this out just to make sure that I made it look like an S, and then I can do the rest with color, okay? All right, I like that, I like that. So, that being said, I can draw her arm and her chest, and let's go ahead and draw her belt like I was talking about to bring us up here to her chest, like that, and to her arm. So now I can draw her shoulder, to her bicep, to her forearm, to her wrist, and again her sleeve is kind of over the edge of it like that. So I'm going to bring it all the way back up here to the other part of her arm, coming up and connect it right there. Okay, and so now I can draw her hand, and in this hand I'm going to have it a fist too, so all you have to worry about is drawing something like this. And there we go. Pretty simple. And let's go ahead and add just a little bit of material like that. All right, I like it, I like it. Ooh, and you know what? Look, I got a couple of floating hairlines. Let's go ahead and just do that like that, and like that. That way I closed off the empty little spaces. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw her belt. I'm going to come down here, do something like that, and I'm going to draw her skirt. I've already got it sketched out, so I knew where I was going with this. And I'm going to add some thinner lines just for accent. Okay, and now I could just do her legs. And so her legs, all I'm doing is I'm going to draw down to where her boots are. And her boots are kind of high. So I just drew it to there. And so now her knee is going to be about here. But again, that boot is kind of coming up. So now I'm just going to follow anatomy back down, but where a boot is. And so I'm just going to kind of do something like this. And again, I'm following anatomy, following my sketch, but also making it lumpy because it's a boot, you know? And so her foot's pointing down, so I kind of have it like this. And so since I said that I've got, you know, a boot, I can add a little bit of detail like this just to give it a little something. And I'm going to add like a knee, just a little bit like that, just so you can see that what's there, where the anatomy is. Okay, I know the knee's not in the boot, that's why I'm pointing it out. I'm just adding it for technique. So the boot is high here but low in the back. So back here I've got her back leg coming in like this, and I've got the other part like this, but the boot is come back like that. See what I'm talking about, how it goes to the back? So I can kind of do this, do one of these, and it's going to disappear behind that leg. So all I got to do is draw the front like this, coming down to the toe, and I got it kind of off to the side because she's flying. And do something like that. And so we'll go ahead and give her also a little tread, not tread, a sole to the shoe like that. Okay. All right. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so now all I'm gonna do is draw a cape, and the cape I've already sketched it out, so I'm just gonna follow my sketch. All right, and I got it kind of flowing. You know, it's Supergirl. You know, she's flying, so the wind is carrying it. Like that. And so I'm just going to add just a little bit of that. I'm gonna finish that off like that. Okay, and I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Supergirl. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.